shows, I look at it.
Hi, I'm Little Tony Pacenski. I'm here with Camilla, and we're going to do a choke that's very unique. It's one of those techniques where no one's really ever taught it to me, and I felt I discovered it probably back in 2007. So probably almost 7 years ago. And I really never showed it to anybody. Maybe a couple times in people in San Diego on my team, the BJJ Revolution team at How to Regular the Arsenal School. So hey, check this out. It's one of my secret chokes. But let me know what you think, and please share it. Let's get started. The position right here starts from the cross side, the 100 kilos, and in your practice of Jiu Jitsu, you're going to try to discover a lot of techniques with using the other person's lapel. And there's a whole lot of techniques when you're in the cross side here, and you're using the person's lapel to do to trap their wrist, to do many things, maybe choke, set them up, and trap. And depending on what ones you like and what techniques you're going to remember, they're the ones you're going to stay with. In my opinion, I like to use this, the far side lapel, to do more traps of the wrist here to really tie up the arm. And I like to use the near side lapel all the way down towards the skirt to wrap around the throat. And they're the ones that I pretty much have stuck to, since I was a blue belt and experimenting with the different lapels. And then, of course, you have your own type of tricks. That's what I mean. It's where you can kind of get lost in trying to remember. You can use your own far side lapel here or the near side lapel to set up chokes. So you start to cut, each one has their variations and their setups to set up chokes, to arm locks, etc. So this one's pretty simple, and the only name I've ever come up with was, I used to use it on a student of mine named Will, and I was choking him against his will. He couldn't stop it. So I just remembered it as that was the choke the person against their will type of choke. And that was a good joke. So here's how it is. Defend here, very good. Your hands are in normal position. So let me just show what the move is, and then we'll get started. Good. So that's the choke. Now here's how it's unique. When you take the near side lapel and wrap it around the throat here, typically the most common, put your up and hand down, please, is to take this second hand and go underneath, and then you strangle here. It's kind of like a lapel / Ezekiel with the lapel here. This is the most common in terms of hold. Then there's variations to go here and do different types of flips, but this is a really good position, especially if you're caught in a half guard situation where the person's strapping your leg. You can wrap the lapel around their neck, threaten them a little bit, and then continue to get your knee free. So from the cross side, I'm pretty much freed up. I'm taking this lapel and feeding it. And what's happening here is, this is how I discovered it back in the day. Instead of my hand getting stuck here and I can't get the pressure, I just kept it here nice and tight, and I put the knee in the belly. Now their hands were down here, they're doing all these things. I was threatening to try to take the arm, and then I saw this lapel on this side, and I choked with my 2 knuckles. So it becomes a push choke, really, which is very fast. So please sit up to your knees, please. Here's the magic of the choke. So I'm taking the lapel and feeding it here. And I'm trying to keep the skirt less like that. So in the past, you're trying to get your hand underneath to choke this way. But what happens is, put your hair back a little bit, please. I'm taking the fist and I'm pushing the carotid artery on the opposite side, preferably under the Adam's apple. Pushing with these 2 knuckles. We like to say we punch with these 2 fingers, the punch. We choke with these. So we're here. That's in essence the choke. Lay down, please. So what I like to do is position myself properly. Put my shoulder down, block their face, and take the lapel out as much as it can go here, down here. Now, I'm going for this hand. I don't care if this hand's in the way. It doesn't matter to me. If it gets stuck, it gets stuck. If it's out of the way, it's not. My chest is shutting down her near side arm, or his near side arm. That's going to keep that hand out of the way. But again, I'll choke right over the hand, it doesn't matter. So I'm underneath, this hand's typically here. If it's underneath the armpit, it's a little different, but that's my position. I'm going here, and I'm going right over the wrist, here, boom. Just like that. Now, typically what happens, this hand's gonna get out of the way because if it gets stuck, they get scared. But I'm gonna put my hand on the mat and I jump up to the knee and the belly. Now, put your fingers up like that there so people can see. It doesn't matter if her hand is stuck there. If she stays there, she doesn't know what to do, I'm still taking the 2 fingers and I'm choking. If she gets her hand out of the way, pull your hand out, which is very common, then I go for the choke anyway. That's why I say I'm choking against their will. This hand really can't stop it. Try to stop with this hand. Good, that's dead. If you touch my chest, you get arm lock or choke. Put your hand into the choke here to try to stop. Do this. Do this. Pause there. Yeah, good. Boom. It's just too late. Maybe if she had her hand blocking her throat here, but it just doesn't matter. Once I make the connection here, right there I can go underneath and threaten. So it's a really good position. Very nice. It does hurt. Now, face me this way, please. When you're doing the push choke, you're legitimately pulling down on the lapel, taking the knuckles and pushing across like a bow and arrow, like you're pulling the strings. So again, you gotta have the right type of positioning on the lapel. Your knuckles go into the carotid arteries as you pull down and choke. I prefer to go underneath on the inside. So lie down, please. For the sake of, so you can see, I'm gonna take my pressure off her chest. When you do wrap this position here, make sure that you have the lapel straight up. This is gonna be easier to grip. Sometimes when it folds underneath, you don't get that good grip that you want. Now, if I grab too low towards my wrist and hand, I'll choke this side. It's not good when I do that. So you gotta find the right slack. That comes with experience. Knowing to go past her chin, I get a good grip and my 2 knuckles drive directly into her throat. So the knee and belly, I would be pulling on this one, bringing it up, and pushing down. And again, this is a push choke. Like I'm driving my way into her throat. And if anything comes up, like she decides to push my chest, it doesn't matter. She'll still get tapped to the choke. If you don't even have to switch the arm lock. Thanks very much, Kamal. All right, so please take this time to share this video if you like it. Give it a thumbs up and a like. Share it to all your friends. It's a push choke. It's very, very good for competition jiu-jitsu and messing around in the academy with your friends, trying to tap them out. Legitimacy of it is you're grabbing the near side lapel and feeding your hand underneath their neck in 100 kilo position. That technique in itself is going to help you a lot. It's going to help you get out of the half guard. It's going to help you control the fight. You're going to find 6 or 7 different variations on how to finish from there. And this one is I want to be your go-to move to tap so many people. Because like I said, even if their hand's in there, you can still choke them against their will. And that's how you're going to remember the technique. About me, you can find me at TonyPacenski.com, TonyPacenski.com, and of course the old website, soulfight.net. There we have the download videos of all the library, and with both websites you can see what's going on, like seminars coming up and things like that. But I really don't get a lot of chance to teach jiu-jitsu moves like this, I guess the golden leaf techniques, I like to call them. But when I do, usually it's pretty cool, and I have some good background stories and information to help people out. So please take the time to share, and I'll see you next time. As soon as I